What's up, guys? Welcome to the Controversy Podcast with me, your host, Brett Lechner. Now, this episode, I want to shoot for people that are looking to create your own podcast. You know, if the idea is in your mind, just do it. It's not a difficult one, and it's not difficult to start out. You know, how I started out was actually fairly simple. I just downloaded the app. The app that I use now that launches the podcast onto Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all those other good ones. Now, this equipment, I got a soundboard here. Let's go here. Got my laptop over here, obviously the microphone, the headset, all of that, excluding the laptop, was on this right here, the microphones. I got 2 microphones, 2 headsets, a soundboard. That was only $300. And I had to invest in it because my other show was growing. So, if you want to check that out, that's Pure Progress Lifestyle Podcast. And if you go back to the first episode, you'll see that I made every single rookie mistake that you could ever make. And the first show was only 30 seconds long, and it was just me talking into the phone with a fan in the background, and that's all it was. I hit record on my phone, the app, you just pull up the app, and it's pretty cool. It just allows you to just hit the record button on it, and once you're done, you can publish it right away. And that's what I did. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything to podcasting, but I knew I wanted to have a podcast. And the point of the matter was, it doesn't matter if you're good, where you start out. If you have something that you feel like you can contribute to society, to people, then why not? There's nothing to lose on it. The only thing that you are going to be scared of is what people say and your own self and your own self-doubt. If you can just get over that, it doesn't matter. Because you will get better, you'll grow the show, and I didn't even know how the hell to grow the show. And it wasn't something that, I really focused on. I just kept recording and recording and recording, and just kept going and going and going and going and going and going. Little by little, I got better. It's the same with anything that you do on YouTube or even social media. It's just, you got to put in the time, and you just got to keep going and going and going. That's it. That's all there is to recording a podcast. The more you get better at it, the more you'll start investing into it, and the better you will be at editing a show. Because when I was first doing it, I think I didn't start being able to edit it until I was like maybe 150 episodes into the whole thing when I started really editing. And you learn from that. Once you start editing, you start, getting software. You just keep practicing, you keep doing it, and you get better with that. And you start seeing little things that work, things that don't. And it's just a process. The whole thing is just a process. Building a podcast, from A to B, A being where you start, B being where you want to finish, or the end result is just a process. As long as you're willing to put in the time and the commitment, you'll get better at it, and you will build a following. Regardless if you think you don't have anything important to say or not. It's just the time. It's, being authentic, not lying to people. Even if you want to talk about crocheting, how to be the best crocheter, or common mistakes that people make. As long as you just keep doing that and doing that and doing that, whether you want to build a podcast out of that or a YouTube channel, you'll get better at it. You'll start figuring things out. You'll start opening your mind to new information. You know, you'll start looking people up on how they did it, what they have to say about the whole matter, and you'll just get better. You know, as long as you're willing to get past that uncomfortability, you will get better. And as long as you're not afraid of looking stupid also, you'll get better. Because we all look stupid at the beginning. Even, you know, seasoned veterans at the stuff still look stupid at some points. It is what it is. You know, any great NFL player or any NFL great quarterback still makes stupid mistakes that you're like, that, you know, leave your head scratching. Like, why did they do that? It's inevitable. It's human nature. So as long as you can get past the fear of the unknown, fear of people laughing at you, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of looking stupid, you'll be all right. You'll figure it out. You'll get better, and that's it. You know. So the app that I used is Anchor. Yeah, you can download now. It's free. Like even to produce your own show, all of this, you know, it's free. So take advantage of it. You know, just download the app. It's the only one. It's the one that I recommend because it's the one I use. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by it, but it's just so simple. You know, you could just hit that record button on your phone in the app, and that's it. Simple. People will listen. They just will. It somehow gets to them. So don't be afraid and go out and do it. All right?